I appreciate the senator from Massachusetts, the senior senator, for setting up that process. We've worked hand in hand to try to develop a nonpartisan, unbiased process, and I, quite honestly, was deeply impressed with the way that we were able to handle it and get some really qualified candidates. So, John, it was good to work with you on that, and I look forward to doing it again. And I rise today also to endorse the nomination of Judge Timothy Hillman to the U.S. District Court of the District of Massachusetts. As many of you know, when I was a young man, I had a run-in with the law, and there was a judge named Judge Samuel Zoll who set me straight and served as a role model for me. And no doubt Judge Zoll served as a role model for many young men and women in Massachusetts. And my experience shows that the ability of judges to do good in their community is unsurpassed by many. Today, we're considering the nomination of a judge who will make Worcester, Massachusetts area a better place. I know that for a fact, as Senator Kerry pointed out. Judge Hillman is a man of integrity who will make us proud as the next federal judge in Massachusetts. He'll have a chance to shape young people's lives, much like Judge Zoll did for me. Madam President, before I say a few words about Judge Hillman's background, I once again want to thank Senator Kerry. We have in place a process I would recommend to other senators so they can get good jurists in their own states. We worked very closely on that nomination, and I want to also thank the Judicial Nominating Committee that we comprised. We have, as was said, some of the most respected and experienced attorneys in Massachusetts, really trying to bring something, I think, very special to our state, and that's a balanced judiciary. The attorneys on the panel came from all walks of life in different areas of our state, and the Judicial Nominating Committee reviewed many applications and interviewed nearly every applicant, took their assignment very seriously. We are both deeply appreciative of their time and effort in that regard. Ultimately, this bipartisan committee made several recommendations, and Senator Kerry and I then interviewed each and every one of them. And it was clear during his interview that we were immediately impressed by his poise and intellect. Clearly, he understands the proper role of a judge and is deeply, deeply committed to achieving justice. In his interview, he lived up to his reputation as a thoughtful and thorough jurist with deep ties to the community, which makes it even all that more fitting that he will remain in Worcester to do good for the people of Worcester. And they respect him as one of their own and trust him and trust that he will serve them well. And since Senator Kerry and I recommended Judge Hillman to President Obama, we have received an outpouring of support for Judge Hillman from Worcester Bar and its residents, and we are both thankful for that. His legal background also makes him uniquely qualified for this position. He is currently a magistrate judge in Worcester, Massachusetts. In that role, he has been indispensable to the federal judiciary in Massachusetts, and if confirmed, he will seamlessly integrate with the other members of the District of Massachusetts courts. The bar in Worcester has a tremendous amount of confidence in him, as both Senator Kerry and I do as well. They know that when they appear before the judge, they're going to get a fair shake, and that he has a sharp legal mind. In addition to his role as magistrate judge, he generously gives a significant amount of his time to bar activities. For example, in 2008, in partnership with the United States Probation Office, Judge Hillman established a federal reentry court program called Restart for high-risk ex-offenders who have been released from prison. Judge Hillman's goal in establishing Restart was to reduce recidivism and to focus on employment skills for ex-offenders. And Judge Hillman should be proud that only after a few years, Restart is becoming a national model for reentry courts. And for that, we are also thankful. In 2009, he was appointed as the national co-chair of a group of judges and support staff who were responsible for the design and implementation of the next generation of the federal court's case management and electronic filing system. And prior to his service as a magistrate, he served as a trial court judge for 16 years. That's a state trial court judge. And before becoming a judge, Judge Hillman spent 14 years in private legal practice, giving that up, as Senator Kerry referenced, to do a good public service. He served as town council to 3 towns also in Massachusetts. So it's a rare find to find a nominee with the diversity of experience that Judge Hillman has. As Madam President, it'll actually affect people in your state also who work in Massachusetts. So I would encourage and seek your vote as well. And for that reason, he is a superb choice So in closing, I enthusiastically support Judge Hillman's nomination as a federal judge. I'm going to be standing right up there encouraging each and every member of both sides of the aisle to try to, if we can't get him through almost unanimously. So I've had the opportunity to support a stellar candidate to the federal bench before, and I'm excited to do it again. So, John, I want to thank you once again for the process. We've appointed 2 great judges to the bar back home and to the judicial bar, and it's good for Massachusetts. So I yield the floor and note an absence of a quorum. Thank you.